Hello everyone. So today I actually want to make a video on a question that I have received, not a lot, but people do notice it, and sometimes they ask me, Ravi, how do you, when you're making a video, how do you zoom in and zoom out? For example, if I do something like this, you can see that I'm zooming in and zooming out of my video, right? Basically my webcam. And this is something that I do using a script, which is not my script. I actually found it online, and I just made very slight changes to it to basically make it my own, basically for my own workflow. Now the script is basically this one. Or before I talk about the script, I want to, of course, show you this GitHub repository. So there is a GitHub repository called webcam under Tom on the internet. I basically found one video online. I think that was a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago. And if you look at this video, or if you look at this GitHub repository or this script, it is actually a very simple script. It makes sense, and I had no idea that you can do that with the help of a few things using your webcam. It may not work, I believe. No, it doesn't work with all the webcams because I've tried, but it's quite cool. I mean, not only I do this, if I go back to my webcam, of course I can zoom in. No, I'm pressing a different button. So if I press Windows minus key, I can zoom out and zoom in, right? So I can do this. Number one, I can also play this intro and outro, which I don't really want to play right now. Let me play it. Just wait for five seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically I played this video, and there is a similar video which I play, which I can play like the intro. Now the script is, now I've shown you that I've told you that from where I copied the script. Now the script is basically doing something. I'll probably just go to the functions. So basically in the script which I run, I'm passing few arguments, or basically just one argument, I guess. So the first argument is show the webcam, and I'll show you the function. The second argument is to zoom in, or basically if I pass in the same script not the second argument, but if I pass in the argument as zoom underscore in, it will call this portion of the script. Similarly for zoom out, for intro and outro, I have like some things that I'm doing. Now if I go to show webcam, so the show webcam part is basically, where is it? So show underscore web underscore cam. It is basically using MPV, and again, as I mentioned, it is not really my script, but when I discovered it, I can't live without it. It's so cool. So basically I am using my webcam and MPV, and I'm simply passing, I mean, you can always do something like MPV and pass in your MPV, and if you look at your /dev/video, you can actually, one of your webcam is here. I'll of course not really explain each and every line in this particular script, but basically I am also using on top here, I'm passing my webcam name, which is C920. I can of course make it a bit more dynamic, but I have two webcams, both C920, and I have other webcams, my action cam as well, but because I just have one webcam, both are C920, I don't have to modify this argument. And it is basically retrieving the webcam ID, and it is passing it here. And you can also hardcode it if you want, by the way. But it is nothing but this, MPV, that is it. And you can also specify the crop, basically, the size that you want to use. And for zooming in and zooming out, what you can do something like this. And to be honest, the way it works, you basically have to, depending upon whether your webcam supports it or not, you can actually specify the zoom level, and it is of course not the optical zoom, it is digital zoom, and you can do that with the help of v4l2-ctl. You can actually first get the current zoom level, and then set the zoom level, and if you're doing, of course, zoom in, then you have to basically use a variable and add some steps. And as you can see here, zoom step is 5, minimum zoom is 100 and 120, maximum is 120, and you can play with you can actually change these values and see how it works. And I never really bother to do too much of deep dive in these things, but I just tried some numbers and it works, and I'm actually quite happy. So I can zoom in and zoom out. It works. I think your least count or zoom step should not be too big or too small. Otherwise, you can probably make it too small, like a bit more small, and it might be you will have to press the number like many times. So as you can see, I'm pressing it, but it is a bit too. It is actually a bit smooth, right? So in case you want to do smooth zoom in, zoom out, you can decrease it. But I'm happy with 5, and of course, if I do this, it won't be smooth. It will be a bit jerky. I'm fine with it. I can live with it, because I just want to press these functions are mapped to like based on the argument, which I, of course, when I run the script, I pass these arguments, and those arguments or the script with that argument is tied to my shortcut using SXHKD. And for zooming in, it is basically like the step that I'm adding. For zooming out, I'm decreasing the step. For intro, I'm basically fetching. I've shown this, by the way, before, but I basically first mute my desktop audio, and I of course have to first fetch the name, the line. I mean, for muting, you have to basically specify here the set source volume, and you can do that with the help of these numbers, either 0 or 100,000. I know it's a bit weird, I don't know why, but that is it. And I'm muting my mic. I'm also at the same time playing this. I'm muting my mic because when I play the video, it is actually played on my speakers, and I don't really want this mic to pick it up. So I'm basically muting it while the video is playing. And similarly for outro, I have the same thing. So it's very simple, but for zooming in and zooming out, I basically use this script, which is from this guy, Tom, on the internet. I'll share the link in the description, and that is it. I know it is too simple, but it works. All right, that is it. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Bye bye.